Hi everyone, I want to talk to you about balance, boundaries, and treating your business as a business. Balance is so important when you're doing your Young Living business. We want to have balance with our family, our Young Living business. We want balance with me time. And it's really looking at how to put all this together and not being frustrated or overwhelmed. Because if we only have so many minutes in a day, so many hours in a day. And to really balance out our life with what kind of busy schedules we have, that can sometimes be difficult. For me, it was getting a calendar, a physical calendar, and writing down my day-to-day activities that I needed to get done, whether it's about coming home from work and what I needed to get done, and what I need to get done with Young Living, and what things I needed to do with my family. And sometimes we just don't have enough time in the day to get through all of it, right? So we really need to look at setting a schedule or, so to speak, I'm going to talk about my family time, my business time, and letting my family know, hey, this is the time I'm working Young Living. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not disconnecting from you, but just so you know, I'm going to be working, for example, an hour tonight on Young Living. And I go into my quiet room so they know that, hey, this is my time to do my business. And then after I'm done, then it's family time. So I think if you work with setting expectations with your family as well, so they understand too how you're doing your Young Living business, they won't feel neglected. You won't feel guilty for not having that time with them because you've already set that expectation. But you also schedule in your family time. Maybe it's even just taking 1 or 2 days of that week, and that's devoted to your family. And literally like shutting off all electronics. And it's about just visiting with your family or going out or doing something fun, a game or whatever it may be, or being outside or going for a walk. You guys, when you start bringing in the things that are important to you in your life, it's going to start balancing and putting it in a schedule. Now that kind of sounds cold, like, oh, I got to schedule in my family in order to have time with my family. Well, sometimes you seriously do, because we forget. If you're like me, I get wrapped up in my Young Living business. I'll come home, I'll get going on it at 6 o'clock at night, and I'll stop at 10 and realize, oh my gosh, I haven't even connected with my family tonight. Then I start feeling guilty. And when that guilt sets in, what else sets in? Your mind takes it into a negative spin, and you're thinking, I just got to quit doing what I'm doing. This is not good because I'm taking away from my family. And you start having those thoughts about quitting because you know you can't get it all done. And it's about overbooking yourself too. You got to know where to say no sometimes to things that this something that I need to really do, or isn't it? And so really look at those things and just really thinking about what's important in your life and what you need to really bring onto your schedule and to balance it out. This is sometimes trial and error, you guys. It really is. It's really trial and error. Trying something for that week, see how it goes. Maybe when I say trial and error, it's about, okay, how much time am I saying for Young Living? How much time am I devoting to Young Living each night or on the weekends? Am I putting too much on my plate and then I'm not getting it done? Or am I not doing enough to get it? Enough in order to grow my business. So that too is important. So you really got to look at what your activity is. And so this is what I'm going to tell you. Give this a try. Get a calendar. Just schedule out just 1 week and see what your week looks like. And in that week, you schedule each day. What does each day look like? You schedule in the things that you have to do. You have to go to your full-time job, right? You have to make supper or whatever it may be that night. And then you start, okay, so now this is how much time I have left for my Young Living business. This is time I have left for my family. And maybe it's just picking 1 or 2 days out of your week where you just say, it's just going to be about family and nothing about Young Living. So really look at that. And I hope that will help you create that balance. So yeah, set a schedule, set the expectations with your family, but don't forget about you. Because if you don't take care of you and have me time, how can you take care of your family? How can you take care of your Young Living business? So really look at how you're taking care of yourself. Are you using your oils every day? Are you using the supplements every day? Are you creating that chemical-free home? Are you exercising? Are you eating nutritionally? Don't forget about your well-being. Also, I think a big part of balancing your life is prayer in your life. When we're going through some of these struggles and we feel like we want to quit sometimes, we want to give up on life sometimes, turn to God. Pray about it. Ask for guidance. I do it all the time. When I feel like quitting or I feel overwhelmed, I pray about it. And somehow, some way, you'll get that answer. God, you just have to be cognitive to it. You have to be open to it. You got to connect with your spiritual well-being as well. I know Sarah Harnish mentions it too. She's a very spiritual person, and she mentions how important God is in her life too. And I think we have to, to me personally, that has to be part of my balance as well. It's a very important part of my life is my family, God, and my personal well-being and my Young Living business. Now let's talk about business, treating your business as a business. Now, you've heard the saying, treat your business as a business, get paid as a business. If you treat it like a hobby, you get paid like a hobby. So when I say that, I mean, how many hours are you devoted each week to your Young Living business? And what are your goals in your Young Living business? Where do you want to be with Young Living? Do you want to one day quit your job and just do Young Living in order to have more time with your family? Do you want to make enough just to pay for your car payment or your house payment? You really got to look at if it's in line with your goals, what you're doing. Your hours worked, are they in line with your goals? For example, I want to make $5,000 a month with Young Living, but I only want to put 2 hours a week in. I can only put 2 hours a week in. That is not realistic. You guys, you really have to look at what would look like a $5,000 Young Living check with the hours I put in. What's required? You will probably have to put a lot of more hours in than 2 hours. I know you have to put more than 2 hours a week in to get a $5,000 check. So you got to think about that and really, really look at your schedule. You're going to have to do something every day. Consistency is key. And what you're doing is key as far as income producing activities. Are you doing the activity that grows your check? Prospecting, connecting with people, building the relationships, following up, making those follow-up calls, sending out information to people, connecting with your business builders and your leaders, connecting with your upline. You guys, all those is what's going to get you growing and building your check. But you got to put time into it and try to avoid those distractions. Distractions will kill your business. Go into set up space in your home where you do your business. If you don't have an office to go to, find a quiet room, and that's going to be your office. And just start doing the activity that's important, activity that does grow your business. And if you don't always know what that's going to be, that's why a mentor is important. That's why a coach is important. They're gonna keep you accountable. They're gonna tell you, hey, what did you do today? And I want to see what you did. And what can I help you with to get you going and to overcome some of these struggles and get through some of these distractions or avoid some of these distractions. So you guys, it's really about really looking at treating your business as a business. We can't just do it when we feel like it. We have to do it every day. We have to be consistent. And it might be 3-4 years. Are you ready? Are you willing to put in that time so you can have time freedom and financial freedom later? I am. And I know it's not always easy, but having this training, having someone to go to coach with, to mentor with, you guys, it'll make a huge difference. Just keep doing what you're doing. Never stop. And just be you and have fun. Make your Young Living business fun. When you hit those roadblocks, when you hit those struggles, know that everybody's been there. It's not just you. You're not the only person that's wanted to quit. But if I can tell you one thing, don't quit even though times get tough, because it will pay off in the long run. And we'll all get there one day. We'll all be Royal Crown Diamonds one day. And we can all work together doing this Young Living business with the support that we have with this amazing team with Julie's. Even as Crosslines, we can do this together, you guys. So go after your dreams and have fun doing it.